guys didn't hear a timer was because I
Yeah.
said it last week. I'm like, I know I hit my second timer, but one more thing.
Yeah, like
Right.
we all know that we can all hear the timer now. We don't have to, address that the timer has gone off and we're gonna I just think it would go a little bit better if we didn't mention that like 8 times a show between the four of us.
I agree wholeheartedly. We are live now, by the way, on YouTube.
Awesome.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Steve.
I like Dr. Steve. Medical school. I couldn't do it, though.
Dr. Steve,
I barely
medicine.
made it out of high school.
Dr. Steve, medicine woman.
That was my hit show. It didn't do very well. It was just Steve in drag performing.
You're gonna really enjoy the bumper music, I think, this week, Lucas. I did it just for you.
Looking forward to it.
It almost hurts me that this is gonna be our bumper music, but it's fitting.
Sonic? Is it Sonic? Is it Sonic Mania? Yes!
Not Mania. Not Mania. You'll see. You'll see. You'll just have to listen carefully.
So I was going to have an article out for today about Sonic Mania, just kind of basic stuff, like my argument that like Sega's starting to get their stuff together, but tread lightly. But I pushed it to the side because of all of the mixed stuff that your article was getting on the site. I was like, I need to release this like counter argument like today.
Right?
I thought like, are you planning this stuff? I'm like, nope.
I think it worked out. I think it worked out pretty good that way, though, because it was. I knew that at least you were gonna have counter argument points about it, like obviously. So like it's good that you were able to write that counter piece. I think that's actually good.
Thank you. And of course, if any of our listeners wanted to write it, they could too. There's nothing. Just submit it.
Exactly.
Oh crap! My phone's dying.
Oh shit! I have not done the Patreon post because I am a jerk.
And
that's okay. I'm still waiting for my computer to boot up. So.
Hi, Justin. Oh, there you go. You were sideways.
Yeah, because I don't have I have my phone set on orientation lock, so it didn't turn the camera when I turned the phone.
Well, for our five, I don't know why I'm assuming there's 5 of you. For our live listeners who are patiently waiting for us to get our act together, impromptu Nintentunes. The song is. I
know this one.
Kirby. It's Kirby. It's Kirby.
Sonic.
It's a jackal.
Yes, that was Kirby.
Which one? You didn't say the name of the title.
All of them.
All of them.
I was gonna say.
Okay. Da 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 da.
Mario Paint.
Good.
Wow.
Everything. It's Totaka's song. It's in everything.
That was Totaka's song. It is in everything.
Dang, you and Justin are in sync right now.
Don't make me say bye bye bye.
I don't think I got this one.
Not yell.
Okay, I finally was able to get into the drive. Now I just have to get into the show notes so that I can get the link to the Zoom.
Which means there's only time for one more song. Quick!
Oh no, you probably have time for 2 or 3.
As hard as it can.
What about balls in a can? What?
Oh god. This is Sonic, isn't it?
No. This is Zelda.
Oh no.
It's fun.
It's Dancing Dragon Dungeon.
Yes,
So,
it is.
One or the other, I can't remember.
Okay. Boy, it's not easy to think of songs. Thing.
Test. Good.
Da 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 da. I don't know the
And a
rest of the
partridge in a pear tree.
I think it's Pokemon, but I don't know the whole melody.
That was the worst Pokemon I've ever heard.
Pika-U too, my friend.
That was the jeez.
Oh, look, there's the microphone that fell on Justin's foot.
Yep.
That is the butt of the microphone we're staring at.
I forgot my camera was still on. Here, enjoy that view.
I have no idea.
Katy Perry.
Come on, it's Splatoon.
Oh.
That was like the
It
big
is?
song from Splatoon.
Since when?
From Splatoon 1 or 2?
It was the Squid Sisters song from. Like,
How am I
the end
supposed
of
to know
the-
that? I never
It's
played
like the most
Splatoon.
popular song in the series.
But I never played
No,
Splatoon.
no,
There's
it's
like
not.
a
Now or
whole
Never
lore
is the most popular
behind
song in
it.
the series.
There's
But
like
I
a
know-
whole lore behind it.
But I never played Splatoon 1.
Oh my
And
god.
I have never cared about the lore of most games, let alone a shooter.
There've been there've been like 50 concerts. It's in all the promos. It's the ending music to like every story mode battle. Like
I've never played story mode.
I've-
There haven't been any
Stop.
concerts because they're not real.
You really want Eugene to win 4 weeks in a row?
Yes, Eugene wins unofficial early bird Nintendo.
Eugene wins 4 weeks in a row. Give him the freaking amiibo.
I've got it right here. Courtesy of Minus. Thank you, Minus. We love you.
I thought you said Linus for a second.
No, actually, we have Linus. I hope he has his hat on.
I hope he has his blanket.
Infendo Radio has fallen on some hard times.
You're
All right, I'm turning my VPN off because I think that might be part of why my connection is being so shitty right now.
That would definitely do it.
If you would like to see Infendo Radio rise to its former greatness, please write a cashier's check to 1-800 Infendo Avenue, P.O. Box 1754, in the amount of $100. Your
Did I tell
donation
you-
helps us do stuff.
What up, Sky Pharaoh? Did you, speaking of cashier's checks, did I tell you about that story about my girlfriend?
Yes, remember
Okay.
I was the one who was like,
Oh, yeah,
y'all in trouble, boy.
yeah.
I remember this story from Steve about the refund he got from his bank.
Oh, yeah. I got a check from Zion's bank. It was a banking error in my favor. It wasn't the $20 that you get in Monopoly. It was 3 cents. 3 whole cents. Not even
3 Pika cents.
That's not even worth my time to mobile deposit the check. Like, it cost them more to mail me the check.
And it would cost you more to. It would cost them more to cash the check, I imagine.
Probably. 3 cents. Why would you send me a check for 3 cents? Tell me to go to a bank and get 3 pennies from them.
Right?
I'm just checking
Or
in
put
to
3
see
pennies in the envelope and mail it.
Yeah.
how close we are to being ready to do this show.
I'm sorry, I'm still trying to get into Zoom. Everything is
You
just
want me to
going
mail-
to shit on me right now.
EP not head says frame it. Justin, do you want me to mail you the check? I'll endorse it and you can have it.
I think you need to put it in the background so we can see it on every episode.
Oh, there we go.
Right? I think it would take more money to mail that 3-cent check to Justin than the 3-cent check.
That's exactly what Steve just said. It cost the bank more money to mail the check to him than it was worth.
I was Mario Tennessee. I apologize, but I bet you the bank has.
I don't know Splatoon, so everybody's a loser.
I bet you the bank has some kind of weird contract with the post office. I bet.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
probably.
Oh, we have 2
cents.
Justins.
That's a
Oh, good. That means it actually logged me in.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it on my side yet. So.
I see your cat.
It's a good thing you're not Nintendoing tonight, or else it would be even worse. I don't think... What is... Oh.
Yes?
Yeah. Your computer is not happy, Justin.
Any questions?
I do not want to have to restart my computer after all of this.
Why don't you close out of Chrome temporarily?
All right. Here we go.
Oh yeah, you're in.
Mostly.
As usual, I have no video.
You're in-ish.
Huh?
Yeah, like I said, mostly.
You're in enough. You're either in or you're out. This isn't some half-cocked operation here. You're either all in or you're out the door.
Oh, here goes Lucas and the voices.
I'm just a Pikachu trying to make it on the mean streets of Jersey.
This usually works. Let's try Cam Twist.
All right, Lucas, I want you to do a Goomba, but portrayed by Natalie Portman.
I don't know what she sounds like. I don't know Natalie Portman.
You can be... Oh, it's all right. Justin, I think, is just about getting ready here, so...
Okay, because I was just going to do, like, stereotypical, like, Valley Girl.
Valley Girl,
voice.
yeah.
like, oh my God, Mario, don't step on me. I have to go to the prom in 20 minutes.
That's better than she was in the Star Wars prequel trilogy.
That help? No, it appears not to have helped.
We saw Cam Twist for a second.
Yeah, I was hoping if I switch it.
There we go. I need to frame that check and bring it to the tower.
I think I'm telling you, you should put it on your wall, like right behind you, so we can see.
Like right above Ultrazord.
Right?
Make it a part of the Infendo lore.
Get more worth out of that 2 cents than anything.
You realize, though, to frame it, I have to go to the dollar store and buy a frame for $1.
Well, that's the cost you pay for fame, Steve.
We didn't say it was going to be easy.
Hey, patrons, I'm going to need another $1 from you guys to go ahead and... which really is $1 from 4 of you guys by the time we divvy it all out. There's Justin.
Okay, so my camera's working. I just can't get my microphone working.
Oh my God.
There it is. Blue Snowball. All right, let me make sure Blue Snowball is what's recording right now, and I should be all set.
Awesome. You can find it on your big toe.
Shit. All right. Is everybody recording at this point?
From Blue Snowball, and let me make sure. Haha.
Recording.
All right. It only took 15 minutes, but you know.
We're here. We did it.
Are we on YouTube yet, or?
And Twitch.
Been on YouTube.
Okay. Oh, good. They got to hear whatever you were doing.
Sadly, they missed the toe incident. All right, guys, we are late, so let's make it. Let's sync up. Let me make a note here.
Justin, what's your time?
All right, in 3, 2, 1. All right, Justin. I assume you're at like 30 seconds ish.
9 minutes and 37 seconds.
Oh, that's interesting.
I was going to be a jerk and say, "Oh, I forgot to press record. Hang on."
Lucas, where are you at?
7:01.
Steve?
I forgot. I'm just kidding. 28:58.
It's like everyone wants to joke, but no one really wants to joke.
We don't care. Eugene's gonna kill us.
All right. So before we roll, I assume that the first article was going to be yours, right, Justin? The Virtual Boy one. Awesome. Sounds good.
This doesn't do anything for me. I don't know why I'm excited about it.
I am. I'm going to download this tonight.
You're a bitch.
Next week, Eugene will be wearing glasses.
Okay, so just remember that we're going to be rolling music into the show. Like Lucas said, if we can try and not talk about timers and music and, you know, all the production type of stuff during the show, that'd be great. Let's try not to do that, all of us, because I know I did it last week. I was like, oh no, my timer.
I did it too.
So
make sure your timer's audible to the rest of us.
Yeah, Steve mentioned that too. It's my gauges. I just need to be more vigilant. But all right, let's get started. Let me make a note.
We all fail this podcast thing. What the hell are we doing every week?
Patrons, please ignore Steven. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Please go give us money at patreon.com.
Forgive Steven. He knows not what he does.
Nope.
All right, guys, let's do it. And perfect. All right.
Oh, I thought we were going to sync up again.
No, Steve. No. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is episode 451. We're coming to you from the 18th of July. It is a hot one today, man. Whew, I'm sweating. Like, man, I lost air conditioner yesterday, and I thought I was going to die. How the heck are you guys doing? Steve, you laughed first. You first. Go.
My dealerships are air conditioned, mostly, some of the time, so I'm good, and I didn't have to run, so it's a good day. But evidently, I don't know podcasts. So
pray that your AC never goes out, Steve. It's horrid.
It went out in a server room one time. We got that fixed the next day.
Justin, how is it up in New York? I bet you it's not quite as hot as Lucas has got it in Florida, but you know.
And no, we had a high today of 73, and I didn't even realize it was 73, so I've had the air conditioners running all day, so it's been comfortable both inside and outside.
I hate you. Great when I got into my car.
Oh, God. Lord. Lucas, how are you doing this evening?
I wanted to Star Fox it and be like, it's too hot! I can't take it anymore! But I wasn't sure if anybody would actually get that, so...
Probably not.
I'm doing good. Everything's all good in the hood.
We'll take it. If you are joining us live right now on YouTube, thank you. We appreciate it. Why don't you hit that like button right down there? And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that as well. If you're not listening to us live, why don't you go check our YouTube channel out? Just search Infendo Radio on YouTube. That's kind of a thing. It's really cool. You can actually get there from infendo.com as well. With that said, we're going to let Justin take us into the news, and he's going to talk about some VR-ish. We'll be right back. Oh, gosh. Okay, let me make a note here, and then I'll start the music. So,
welcome to the future. The future is the past.
So your first hint for Nintendo Tunes is this music that's about to play. Just so you know. Justin, remember the audio cues when the music goes down and the visual cues as well, and then you can start talking about your topic, okay?
Okay, yeah, because I'm not looking at it right now, so give me a second to switch over to Zoom.
For sure.
Eugene, you're going to need to turn on that 3D filter so he can see.
Zoom, zoomity zoom. There it is. Okay.
Awesome. So let me test levels first.
Zoom.
God, it's actually playing Sonic music.
I know.
Is this too loud? How's it sound? We good?
Yeah, it's good for me.
Okay, cool. Then I'm going to start it like kind of as loud as it was, and then I'm going to just tone it down, and then, yeah, we'll go from there when it's ready. All right. Here we go.
All right, so the first news topic of today is one that's near and dear to my heart. Apparently, there is now or soon to be an emulator for the Virtual Boy available on VR. Oculus Rift, to be exact. It is called the BB Jin emulator from High Horse Entertainment. I would be excited, except I have no VR unless I want to put my phone inside a piece of plastic. But somebody make that. So Jay Mattis, the founder of the developer High Horse, said, quote, once the console Virtual Boy was discontinued, Blockbuster Video was trying to get rid of their inventory, and I actually bought it pre-owned along with their entire games catalog for dirt cheap. I loved it, but I couldn't play it for long periods at a time. I had to sit in an awkward position to keep my face in the visor, and the whole setup took way too much room on my desk to keep it connected all the time. When I got the emulator running, I was excited to replay some of the games I remember so fondly, but in a significantly more comfortable setting. And this sounds very similar to how I got my Virtual Boy. Actually, it's kind of a sad story because I bought it from Snazzy One, and he had to sell it. He had to sell his to fill his car with gas. So I bought his Virtual Boy and all of his games, and unfortunately, mine doesn't work anymore. So I would love to be able to use this, but I don't have Oculus Rift, nor do I have anything that would run it. So please, Nintendo, release Virtual Boy games on the 3DS Virtual Console.
Right?
Didn't I thought Mario Tennis was on it. Am I making that up?
Game Boy Color.
Yes, you are making that up.
Huh.
The Game Boy Color Mario Tennis is on it, but
That's odd.
there are no Virtual Boy games.
There was a Virtual Boy micro game in one of the WarioWares.
Maybe it was that. I don't know. Well, I too sold my Virtual Boy many, many years ago. I have since been on somewhat a subdued spiritual quest to find one. Should I ever see one at like a random
I have two. Both of them are broken though.
See, that's kind of the kicker there. Like, not enough to like go on eBay and like buy one, but like enough that like I always look for one when I'm out and about. But I also think that maybe the Virtual Boy is part of the reason why I'm bespectacled today. So who knows? It was not good for your eyes. So maybe it's best that I didn't have it growing up.
I don't think it's any worse for your eyes than any other 3D effect.
I think it is. It's like blinding red light, like right in front of your face. Like,
well, if I remember correctly, studies have shown that red light is actually the least intense of the visible wavelengths for your eyes, so that's why they went with red.
I think you're right, but I just don't like the idea.
I feel like
that's one of the nice things about this emulator is you can play it in the original red, or switch it to grayscale. So
sure. Skypharaoh says that blue is the most taxing for the eyes, so that would kind of make sense too. I don't know that it really matters though, because I do remember that people, it could have been well overblown, but I remember that there were people coming out saying around like the time the Virtual Boy came out that they were saying their eyesight was suffering or something like that. So
I know some people complained about getting migraines from it, which I can understand. But
the 3DS kind of did that too. Part of the reason why I don't play in 3D is because I don't think it looks that good. But the other half is that it was a little more tiring. And for someone like me who tends to put in massive amounts of time on their game systems, that
and Monster Hunter looks like shit in 3D anyway, so
Well, that's one thing I've noticed with the 3DS is when I first started playing in 3D, it was really tiring. But when I would put those 10 hour play sessions on it, my eyes quickly trained themselves to look at it, and then I could play for longer.
Yeah, there are very few times I've had a problem with the 3DS, stereoscopic. I know Pilot Wings was the 3D was intense, and I used to have to turn the slider down on it. But most games, if they even offer 3D anymore, you're basically just kind of looking at the game 6 inches away from your screen, but it's still almost completely flat. So
I just don't think that 3D, be it virtual console or 3DS, is really meant for people like me who play 4 hours at a time. Like, I think it's fine for like a 30-minute session, but I think if you're gonna sit down after work and play until 10, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
And yet they make 3-hour-long 3D movies. So
yeah, but you watch those once and then you're done. Like, you play a 3-hour game session and then you play it Tuesday,
about 5 more to play.
Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's just me. I'm usually not one to get on this video games are bad for you hype train.
I'm kind of I'm on. I can see it both ways. I know the Oculus is kind of that anyways, right? It kind of gives you the same effect. Yeah. And I can play it for long play sessions, but I wouldn't want to play a 400-hour game exclusively in Oculus. I don't know that I would want to do it that way, so.
And which is, I mean, I know the timer went off, but just to kind of put a pin on it, most of the Virtual Boy games were meant for, short play sessions anyway, so.
Sure. All right, so we're going to take a little break here, and then we're going to let the next news topic roll on in. And the person who's pushing it is Lucas, so we'll be right back.
Push it. Dun, 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 dun,
all right, so let's see how this music is.
Ooh, baby, baby.
Ooh, baby. How's the volume? Better?
Lucas, we can't hear you.
Thought the
volume
music
was fine. I had myself muted because I was crunching yeah, no, volume was fine. Is this Spinball?
It
is.
Because I didn't recognize it, so it had to be
How
Spinball.
did you not? How did
Because
you
I
not
never played
recognize
Spinball. I played Spinball one time. I didn't like it.
Dude, what kind of Sonic fan are you?
The kind of good Sonic games, not pinball.
Even though every Sonic game has a pinball
played
level.
Mario Pinball?
Dude, that game sounds right.
Okay, but yeah. No,
all right.
Audio sounded
Oh god, that's probably too loud there, huh?
Ugh, those horrid FM sounds.
Is that too loud or is that all right?
Down just a teeny bit.
Okay, sorry, I messed with the audio just a minute.
That's what she said.
Oh god.
There you go.
Perfect. All right, Lucas, then I'm gonna let you roll us in. Let me just make a note here.
Lucas.
Rukasutamini.
Lucas News. All right, just be ready for the visual and the audio cues, okay?
Mm-hmm. Let's go straight into our next news topic, which just so happens to be Let's Go Pika-V, or Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, if you're lame and still haven't figured out how to say that the right way. Game Freak, specifically Junichi Masuda, has hinted that the next game might actually be forward compatible, which I didn't know was a word until tonight, but if backwards compatibility is a thing, I guess forward compatibility is too. A big issue with a lot of Pokemon games, which hasn't really been a problem for the main series so much, but is something for all of the side games, is that you can't really transfer your Pokemon forward from game to game. They largely resolved that after Gen 3, but I guess it has been kind of a thing for games like Colosseum and whatnot, where maybe things are a little bit rougher. Anyway, he was recently quoted in an interview with Famitsu as saying, "There have been times where you couldn't bring Pokemon over from previous titles. I imagine that created some bad memories. I want to try to change that, if I can." Obviously, we're all kind of assuming that Pokemon from Gen 6 and 7 are going to be transferable over to Gen 8. That just kind of makes sense through Pokemon Bank or something like that. But I think those of us who are a little more hardcore Pokemon nerdy might not really be sure that Let's Go Pokemon are going to be transferable in any way. Mm-hmm. There hasn't really been any issue or any compatibility with Pokemon Go in any other Pokemon games. If this was kind of that bridge between this spin-off series and main series Gen 8 Pokemon, And I guess that means that Pokemon you've caught in Pokemon Go might be transferable to Gen 8 as well, which would be kind of interesting. But it's just kind of odd to hear him talk about this, honestly. I don't really see it as being something that happens. I kind of see this as being a standalone series by itself. But hey, I'm just 1/4 of this group. What do you guys think?
Well, you said something interesting pre-show that I thought was interesting. That you think that it's going to be forward transferable to like the next Let's Go. So like Let's Go, Vaporeon, Let's Go. Yeah.
I suspect the people who wrote this article suspect that this means that you're going to be able to transfer to the next gen. I suspect that this is going to be its own series, and that we're going to get the Let's Go series, kind of like how we had the reboot games that were like part of the new timeline or whatever you want to call it, like Fire Red, Green, and Heart Gold and Soul Silver and all that stuff, and those all connected together and allow you to transfer Pokemon. I think that Pokemon Go is going to be like their flagship game, and they're going to constantly be releasing Let's Go games like every other year, Star Wars story style, to like appease you while they come out with more Pokemon. The problem I see with that is that people didn't like Han Solo. I think people are getting a little tired of all the Star Wars movies, which makes me think that if instead of getting just like main series Pokemon, we're getting dumped on with Pokemon games, are people going to get tired of Pokemon? Like, is this a bad thing if that happens?
Well, but I think there's already a lot of spin-offs, so like if you can...
Yeah,
I think...
I was going to say, it's kind of a...
Like hell, we just had the one... What was that one Cube one that you reviewed that you hated?
That mobile game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's not the same thing, but
like I mean, and there have been spin-off games. Like, obviously, like we had Coliseum, and we had Pokemon
Ranger.
Battle Revolution. And Rancher, but that was just like a Pokemon bank. Like, but that's kind of my point. Like
the mystery dungeons.
Well, and the mystery dungeons. But again, those are, weird little spin-off-y, not really Pokemon games. This is pretending to be a Pokemon game. Like, at its core, this is a Pokemon game that's been stripped down to be easier for beginners or casual players. And that's fine. But if we get a Pokemon Red remake and then Pokemon Gen 8, and then a Pokemon Gold remake and then Pokemon Gen 8.5, and then a Pokemon Ruby remake, is it too much like main series, quote-unquote, Pokemon all at once? Because, like, it doesn't seem to be as big of a deal when they're, like, little spin-off-y RPGs. But, like, this is, like...
Well, what's the timeline been lately? Because, I mean, we kind of had...
We've been getting a Pokemon game basically every year. But they've all just been main series games in the same, bleh.
Well, no, there's a main series game, and then a remake, and then a main series game, and then a pseudo-sequel to a main series game.
But the remakes and the pseudo-sequels are part of the main series.
Right. They're still considered core games.
Wow, that was a quick one.
I don't know. I feel like the Let's Go are different enough that they won't be as fatiguing as the exact same game every year, but
they're definitely going to be shorter.
I think that it's going to remain to be seen, obviously, like how this is handled. I hope that it kind of hits on everything, like it hits the hardcore audience, it hits the casual audience, kind of hits everything, the best of both worlds, but we'll see here in the next couple of months. So all right, well, we are going to take a break. It is Nintendo's time. I am your host, so I hope you are ready. We'll be right back.
That was
My body is ready.
But it's your soul, man.
It's
You can right into my soul.
Again,
is it just me, or have we had like almost no news for the past?
It's that time of year.
That was
that time of year.
Maybe we should do a roundtable next time.
I'm down. We can maybe expand upon one of these articles that we write maybe next week or this week or something like that, and make that a roundtable or something like that. I don't know.
Okay. Fair warning. I think my glasses are going to pop.
Oh no!
But when
Oh no!
I need everyone to not freak out and call attention to it on the show because it's an auditory show and listeners are just going to be confused.
Oh, but those always make for good outtakes.
I can hear things like snapping on the sides of my eyes, and I'm pretty sure that is the frames coming loose. But oddly, it's on the left.
Could also be your skull cracking.
I don't think so. I think it's the frames. But it's the left side this time, and that's unusual. So.
I thought you were going to say when it pops out, I'm going to need everybody to stop what you're doing and look for the tiny screw.
Yeah. No, see, that's the thing, though. The screw stays in the frames. It's just the frame disconnects from the screw.
So I will be right back.
Fair enough.
Da 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 da.
I'm gonna laugh so hard when your lenses pop out.
God, Minus said he can 3D print a lens for you.
I would appreciate just 3D print just like these.
Oh, that's funny.
It reminds me of like Five Nights at Freddy's. There's like these scenes in the newer ones where you're like in the mechanical, like, you know, Freddy's and stuff, and like you've got to like tighten the screws and they'll like snap and like and it's like it's reminding me of that basically.
God, I'm old and fat.
God.
Nobody
say anything. It'll make him concerned.
You hear that? That's the sound of nobody disagreeing with you.
I was trying to think of something witty to say, but I don't think well on the spot.
I've got no wit left, Steve. No wit left.
There it goes.
Why didn't you go find a screwdriver or something?
I'm pretty sure it's in my room, but I don't know for sure. I can't remember where I left it last time. This happened 2 days ago.
It's too bad our show's not in 3D. You could have watched it fly to the camera.
All right, well,
that's the next Patreon tier.
Anyway, since we're already on break anyway, now I'm going to take 5 minutes to go fix my gun.
Yes,
so
please
I will
do.
Be right back. Because otherwise, I have to see without a lens for like 30 minutes. And that really messes with my head.
That's when you just take your whole glasses off and you do the show.
Right, I was going to say, it seems at that point it would be easier just to not have any glasses on.
Here's the thing about my vision. I think my brain will literally die.
Are your eyes that different?
They're pretty freaking bad.
Yeah, but I mean, are they both equally bad, or is one significantly worse than the other?
Oh God, I accidentally put it in full screen.
Okay, so the good news is I did leave the screwdriver right here in my room, so this will take about a minute.
So what's the bad news?
That's okay, I'm still tangled up in extension cords over here.
The bad news is it took us 15 minutes to start the show, and now I'm eating up like another 5. So, all of our live listeners, thank you so much for tuning into this, obviously the definitive version of the show.
And those of you listening to the outtakes, thank you for your $4 a month.
This is Peter Jackson's extended edition.
Oh God, no! Never watch the extended edition of any Peter Jackson anything.
Oh my God, the Lord of the Rings trilogy was awesome in extended edition.
Oh no, I wanted the last movie to end in theaters, and then I watched the extended edition, and there was like 2 more extra hours. It's like, oh my God!
Didn't they do that with like the last Harry Potter movie too, where there was like an end scene? And
yeah, but the difference is
like,
that
goodbye, Harry Jr. I hope you have fun at Hogwarts too.
Okay, well, but that was
that was 2 different movies,
right?
This was just one 5-hour movie.
Look, I'm beautiful again. Let's start the show. Before Justin makes
if it falls out again,
comment about me not being beautiful.
Here is
I'm just waiting for your lens to pop out in 3D.
How's the sound?
Well, I hear you. I don't hear any music though.
Oh, my B button. How we doing? Too loud?
Sounds good to me.
Cool. Alright, well then let's do it, kids. Justin's freaking me out right now, man. He's really freaking me out, man.
I imagine this is what the 80s were like all the time.
This is where somebody makes an old joke to Justin.
All I need is to have Michael Jackson in a spaceship, and I'm all set.
Ow!
There it is. Let's say Luke, you do Michael Jackson.
All right, guys, give me a few seconds silence here so I can get the music rolling, and we'll get started here. Welcome, everybody, to Infendo Radio. This is everybody's favorite segment. This is Nintendo's. Actually, a really fun segment. I enjoy it a whole heck of a lot. What I'm going to do is I have a whole slew of games and a whole slew of songs from those games. And these fine gentlemen are going to try and guess what games those are from. This is called Nintendo's. If you want to be a part of the show, you can go to patreon.com/InfendoRadio because a lot of our patrons have submitted tracks that we're going to be playing here right now. I'm actually going to start with the Patreon suggestion because actually most of the songs came from our patrons. There is a theme, though, for my songs. There aren't many of my songs, so if you guys were paying attention during the news segment, you guys would have gotten a slight hint here. So,
it's all Sonic all night long.
So, without further ado, we are going to start with Corky Dog. And let's see if I can get his song queued up. Alright, Corky Dog brings us our track here. I'm sorry?
No, I just said Justin, that's cool.
I am being a distraction to those who can see.
Thank God I don't have you guys open. Here comes our first track.
Breath of the Wild?
Not Breath of the Wild.
Skyward Sword?
Skyrim?
No.
Spirit Tracks?
It is not.
Is it Zelda?
It's not
Twilight
Zelda.
Princess. Okay. When you didn't answer me, I was like, oh, he's not going to tell me. That means it is.
No.
Prime.
It is not, no.
Okay, let's listen.
Is this a Nintendo published game?
This is not, but this did appear on the Nintendo Switch. I'm going to give you another track as well.
I've royally screwed up the color on my camera.
Oh, is this Ys 8? No.
Not Ys, no.
Ys? Xenoblade? Why have I heard this before, Eugene?
Not Xenoblade. So this game came out right around... I think it was actually launched with Switch, if I'm not mistaken. But it is a multi-platform game. So it also appeared on the PlayStation Vita, the PlayStation 4, and Windows.
Sounds awful familiar.
Yeah, I feel like I should know this. I used to pop.
Here is your next track.
God, a Child of Light.
I don't. Wonder Boy. It's not Wonder Boy, right?
Not Wonder Boy, no.
Can we get a genre?
Yes, this game is a... Yes, it is. It is an RPG.
How many RPGs came out at the start of the Switch's
Child
life?
of Light.
It's not Child of Light.
That's not on the Switch yet, sadly.
Your next hint is that this game was developed by Tokyo RPG Factory. See if you guys know your dev houses.
There you go, Justin.
I don't play RPGs, so that doesn't help me any.
Do you have any more music?
I do. Here's your next track.
Turn it up just a bit.
I can.
Got
Why
11
does this
points.
sound almost familiar? No, Fire Emblem came out on the other system, didn't it?
It's not Fire Emblem. Alright, here comes a big hint. This game was published by Square Enix.
Theatrhythm?
This isn't
not
Octopath
Theatrhythm.
Traveler, is it?
It is not Octopath Traveler, no.
I thought you might have been slick because the demo. Early in the Switch's life.
Oh, I can hear Phantom and Minus cursing at us from the comments.
Seriously, right?
Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna get this, and that really bothers me.
Well, it must not have been a game I was.
Doesn't bother me any.
I've got one track.
Don't bother me none if you don't get it.
Last track, kids. Here we go.
Is this like the title screen?
Nope. This track is called Voyage.
Oh god, I'm not gonna get this.
I'm gonna read you the first paragraph of Wikipedia of the gameplay description. Obviously, I'm gonna redact a couple of things. Blank is a role-playing game in which players take control of a party of characters navigating environments from an angled top-down perspective. Locations, such as towns and dungeons, are reached by navigating the game's overworld.
You have described every RPG ever made.
Various items, such as healing potions or fogstone items for escaping from battle, are sold in shops and towns across the world.
Oh, that helps.
I'm willing
Yes.
to a truce of ignorance if you gentlemen are as well. I don't know this.
I got no fucking clue, so I'm ready to give up.
That was the last track. It's over. You guys suck. This is I Am Setsuna.
Oh, that game that I guessed last week because I
Oh,
didn't
that
know what it
explains
was.
That one didn't sound interesting. Now it kind of does. It's an RPG like all others.
It's
Yeah, I thought that was like an indie platformer.
Me
no,
too.
it's Square. It's Square. All right, I'm going to mix in another patron track in here before I get to mine because, as I said, we had a ton of patron suggestions. Again, if you guys want to get in there on the $2 level, I believe, go to patreon.com/InfendoRadio. So this one is going to come from James Brown or Corrupted. I played the hell out of this game, just so you know. Here we go.
Gaia.
No.
I like this. This isn't Fantasy Life, right?
It is not.
Metopia?
No.
It has that like sheep kind of sound to it.
This-
Like
It sounds like a Super Nintendo game. Is it a Super Nintendo game?
Jackal.
is it Frozen?
Yes or no?
No, it's not.
No.
There he
It's The
is.
Simpsons? This is The Simpsons. It's one of The Simpsons. Bart's Nightmare, The Simpsons Arcade.
Krusty's
The other
Super
one.
Funhouse.
It's one of the Simpsons games. Give
Is
it
it
to
Krusty's
me.
Funhouse?
I've got to give it to Lucas. I didn't even need to get to this track here.
What you didn't realize was partway through they played the theme song of The Simpsons.
I will give a bonus half point to somebody who can tell me the actual title in the and I'll give you each one guess. One guess.
Okay.
And it's not the Krusty's Funhouse.
It's Bart's
No.
Rider.
It is
What's
not
the
Bart's
sequel?
Rider
Then I don't
Die.
get the point.
What's the sequel to Bart's Nightmare? The one where it's like the talent show and there's like the 6 mini games you have to play. What's that called?
I don't know, but it's not that.
It's not?
Guys, Justin, did you want to take a stab?
Krusty's Funhouse?
Not Krusty's Funhouse. This
only
is
other-
The Simpsons Hit and Run.
Oh, wow. I was
I'm
thinking
still
way
way
back.
Super Nintendo,
Yeah.
even though I
Uh-huh.
even said it wasn't.
Fun story,
had-
without going into too much detail. That game wreaked havoc on iOS TV.
Oh my God, Hit and Run! I can only
Really
imagine.
Really bad memories to that game. I had some hang-ups about not being able to beat that final level that still kind of carry me to this day when I hear it. So
All right, guys. Here is. We're gonna move on to our next track. This one actually comes from Moi. So here is.
From Moana?
No, I didn't like that movie that much. Not into The Rock.
You're welcome.
It says you can't smell what The Rock is cooking.
Here is your first track.
I wasn't really listening, Eugene. What game is this?
This one's Mulana.
One of these days, someone's gonna fall.
I was gonna say, I almost stopped you, but I'm like, let's see how far this goes.
It's gonna be me.
Carnival games?
Damn you, that's not
It's not Carnival Games.
Is it Krusty's Funhouse?
It's not Krusty's Funhouse.
Bart's Nightmare.
It is not Bart's Nightmare.
Arrow the Acrobat.
Lover?
Right, there is a theme. Oh wait, no, this is another Patreon.
This is me. This is part of the theme. Here's your next track.
So the theme is circuses.
Nope.
Wait, what was the last game that Eugene did? I already forgot.
I haven't done a game yet. My theme is based off of the bumper music so far.
So it's either Sonic or Pinball. Mario
Sonic
Pinball.
3D Black.
Ah!
Did he get it?
It is Mario Pinball Land.
Wow.
Oh, that's just beautiful.
There's my point.
Ding!
I'll see you guys after Nintendo's.
It's been fun.
Oh, wait. Justin, are you keeping score? Because I haven't been.
Yes.
Well, so far it's 1
You and Lucas are tied in the three rounds we've had.
So I've decided for the rest of the year, when I'm doling out points on my end, I get 2 to all of your guys' 1. Justin can have that too.
I don't think that's how it works.
I do.
I think that works for me because
I'm pretty sure you being bad at Nintendo's doesn't give you the right to get more points.
I think he's won more games than I have, so you know.
All right, we're gonna move on to our next patron. This one comes from the mind of Minus. Thank you, Minus64, for submitting a track. Here we go.
God, I hope Schnazzy suggested something this week because I don't stand a chance.
It's Mario RPG.
It's not Mario RPG. It is a RPG. That's your first hint.
Wouldn't that be an RPG?
Yeah, is it an RPG or is it an AR?
And it's the name of the game an RPG, or is that the genre of the game? Like,
I
you
think
gotta be
it's.
specific.
I think it's a VRPG. Figure that one out.
I like this. It's very Mario 64 end of the game music.
VRPG.
Paper Mario.
No, VRPG is not a hint. I'm just an asshole.
Is this E
Oh, like, what did the V stand for?
No, the V. I'm sorry.
Is it East? Is it East? It's East, isn't it? It's one of the Easts.
It's actually two. It's actually 2 of the
I hate
Easties.
pieces, 2 pieces.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10.
Give the man his goddamn.
Yeah, nobody
is,
else is trying, so...
This is Yeast Books 1 and 2 on the DS.
Delightful.
You know Minus. Well done. All right, good job, Minus. Thank you for bringing that track to us. Thank you, Lucas, for getting it, so we can move on to the next track.
Very well.
This one comes from one Malik Emeris. Get your buzzers ready, because I fear that this one is going to go absolutely quick. So here we go.
Turn it up.
I can.
Is this Mortal Kombat?
It is Mortal Kombat.
What system is it?
This is Mortal Kombat for the SNES, the original Mortal Kombat. This is the fight against Goro.
Apparently I haven't played the Goro fight on Super NES because I have the arcade soundtrack, so I'm like, this is Mortal Kombat, but it doesn't sound like Mortal Kombat. We're looking down on Wayne's basement.
God, nobody's gonna get that, Justin. Not a soul.
Nobody gets most of my references. I'm too fucking old.
I was gonna say it's because you're old. Even I'm old, and I don't get your old jokes.
That's because you hang out with me.
True. I'm young at heart.
I keep you fresh.
Alright, we're going to move on to another track. Let's move on to a track from another patron. This one comes from... who do we want to go with here? Let's go with Sky Pharaoh. Sky Pharaoh's track... tracks actually make me happy. Here... Here's your first track. I assume you need some volume?
No, it's good. Wind Waker?
It's not Wind Waker.
The Wind Waker clone
I don't
from
think
Switch.
Windbreaker.
Ocean Horn?
Yes, thank you.
Did you say Ocean Whore?
No, Ocean
Yes,
Horn.
Justin, I said Ocean Whore.
Is it Ocean Horn?
Is it
It is
Ocean Whore?
not.
What the hell is Ocean Horn?
No, it's Ocean Slut. No, I'm
Oh,
just kidding.
damn, I was so close!
That I apologize. Here is our next track.
I'm sorry. Music's so...
It starts out
It's the
quiet.
same song!
Yeah, you just played this song.
Did I?
Yeah.
All right. Well, here's the next track.
Da-da-da-da. That's different.
Barely.
Is this Mario Galaxy? Is this one of
It's
the Mario
not.
Galaxies?
Kind of sounds like it though, right?
It sounds
has
like
the-
Breath of the Wild, even though I
it
know it's
doesn't-
not.
Yeah, it doesn't have the instrumentation, but it has like the composition.
Mm-hmm.
The musicality, if you
Is
will.
this Cloudcatcher Chronicles Yonder? No.
No.
Where
I
the
think
hell did that come from?
Sounds like a peaceful, quiet overworld game.
Is that an actual game or did you just make that up?
No, it's an actual. Minus has been playing it. He talked about it on the show.
Well, clearly, we don't listen to our.
We had a whole conversation. He was like, "I think it'd be a good game for you, Lucas."
Oh, well, that's why we probably all stopped listening.
Here's your next track. You guys are gonna get this, I hope. Before I give you some hints. I don't want to give you hints yet.
It doesn't sound
Awesome
like a
Tail.
It's not Blossom Tail.
God, it sounds just like Breath of the Wild.
either Etrian Odyssey or
The soundtrack is brilliant.
Is this Octopath?
This is Octopath Traveler.
wow.
I looked over and I've got my game sitting there. I'm like, wait.
Well done. Thank you, Sky Pharaoh, for bringing that to us.
Thank you.
All right.
Arrow point. I appreciate it. I don't get.
Can we get a recap
I
on the
guess
points
that's
here?
Yeah, I guess I have to give a point to Steve. Steve
Yeah.
and Lucas are tied at 2, and I'm trailing behind with 1.
All right. So this means that we are going to move into another track from me. I also think this track is going to go by fast. So get your buzzers ready.
Pokemon Pinball.
Oh, Pokemon Pinball. Fuck.
Don't mess with me when I'm talking classic. Not that Rupee Sapphire garbage. This is straight up OG Pokemon. Pika Pika.
So Eugene, when you said you need to make it a loud Pika.
Oh, that was so worth it.
This is my favorite pinball.
It's so good.
Does,
So good.
does anybody else watch Red vs. Blue?
Oh yeah.
Does it remind you of Griff and Stemmons arguing over shotgun?
I can't wait to hear that on the show.
Oh boy, that was incredible. By oh golly, totally worth it. All right, let's move on. Let's find another track. Oh, gee, I think that was all of the Patreon tracks. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anybody here.
Damn it, Shanazzy.
Yep, that is it. All right, so we are almost down to it. Oh, no. We have Jay-Z Beast. I forgot. There's one more Patreon track. Uh-huh. This one comes from Jay-Z Beast. So get ready. Here we go. It's not Castlevania.
Turtles 1 or Turtles 2 on the NES?
No. You're in the right track, though, there, Lucas, with Castlevania, because this is a Konami track. I'm going to give you that.
This is definitely Konami. I recognize that bass drum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but
Did they do Contra?
It's not Contra, though.
I was gonna say Blastmaster, but that's Sunsoft.
I don't know that many.
Here is your next track.
Legend of Zelda? Did they ever work on Konami?
It's not Legend of Zelda. Yeah, Capcom did, but not Konami. This is gonna be. It's like the same track, actually. Let me give you another track.
This is definitely not a Turtles game. I have all those soundtracks.
Okay.
Oh my god, I know this.
I'm gonna give you another hint, and
I'm gonna turn into Eugene in a minute.
Not Little Nemo, because I'd recognize that one.
I'm gonna give you another hint and let you know that this game has already been guessed tonight.
Is it a jackal?
It is Jackal.
You pulled this one on me before.
Like the third time.
It is. Well, Jay-Z Beast requested it because Justin said, "Is that a jackal?" like 10 times last week, so it was fitting.
That is a cheap point, and I don't deserve it, but I'll take it anyway. Oh, and
All
Snazzy,
right.
who was apparently playing at home, tried to guess that one as well.
Okay, so here comes my next track. I think there's two more,
He was wrong, by the
and
way.
here we go.
Kirby's Pinball Land.
This is indeed Kirby's Pinball Land. Well done, Steven.
I couldn't even hear it. All I could hear was it was a game.
Yeah, no.
Alright. I think Steve might win this week! Guys!
Well, Steve and Lucas are tied.
Yeah, but
and
there's
I'm
one
still
left, and
behind
it's a
by
There's-
1 point.
There's
Yeah,
one
that's
track
just a
left!
Pinball game.
And I know what it is. Can I click it
Prime
now
Pinball.
and just win? Yeah, Metroid
Yeah, Metroid Prime Pinball.
No,
Oh,
I'm actually actively looking for another track that is not Metroid Pinball Land. You monsters. But we're still gonna try and stick with the theme.
I've been just ready to shout that the
Well,
second.
and I know, and you can't use Sonic Spinball because you've already used that.
Yes.
In a
I'm
minute.
gonna
Are you going to go outside of your theme?
no. I'm just gonna make a note here that I have to edit this part out.
Also, tiebreakers worry me because it gives you a chance
Oh,
to like
wait.
pick a track that Steve
Is
will
it just
buy.
me and-
It's not a tiebreaker yet. There's still one more round, and I could get this one. Then we're all tied.
Oh yeah, that's right. This isn't a tiebreaker.
It's not a
Oh my
tiebreaker.
god, there's some good ones to choose from. What do I want here? Oh yeah, I think this is what I want. Okay.
Oh no, I hate when he does this. This is nerve-wracking.
Is this really a thing? No, I can't use that. That's...
Is this even legal?
It just seems so cheap.
What is
Well,
life?
since you're not going to use it, can you tell us what it was?
I was gonna use a pinball game that was a physical pinball game, Pac-Man Pinball.
Yeah, that's a little cheap.
Also,
Yeah.
not Nintendo.
Yeah,
Unless
absolutely
somebody literally took it and put it on a Nintendo system.
Go
It
around
has
the
never
other way.
been
Go
on a
around the
Nintendo
way.
system before.
I hate you.
not.
Too, you jerk. Kidding.
Oh my god, this is it. This is the one. This is the one.
Home Improvement Pinball. The Emperor's New Groove.
Pinball.
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 Let me see if I can find the soundtrack.
You're not gonna fit, you fat ass stupid cat.
Justin has a good relationship with his pet.
I hate this animal. She scratched Melissa's face up a couple of nights ago because she got freaked out and ran and jumped off.
Cat. That's what they do. My whole body is scar tissue. Kittens are the worst because they don't know how to control themselves.
Sorry, guys, it's taking so long. I apologize.
That's okay. I'm going to tell a cat story while we wait. My cat has finally figured out that if she just lightly scratches my leg, I'll still pay her attention instead of like clawing into it and gnawing down as hard as she can. So like we're actually at a good place right now. When she wants attention, now she's kind of like, yo, instead of like, pay attention to me.
All right, I finally found a track. I figured the only way to do it is to make it hard. So
never be alone.
I figured the only way to do it is to make it kind of hard. So let's see how this plays out. Here is your next track. Damn, I was gonna use that, so I'm glad I didn't. It's not Zen Pinball.
Sonic Spinball 2.
Negatron.
Sega Pinball.
I was hoping I'd get this one right off the bat, but I don't recognize it.
Yeah, well, if you don't get Pinball right off the bat, you don't get it.
I think, Justin, you probably have the most... you're probably going to be the one to get this, if anybody, just because it's an NES game. That's your first hint. Here's your next track.
Is it just Pinball for the NES?
No.
That was going to be my guess, but yeah, this is definitely not a first-gen NES game.
Streets of
percussion.
No, this game was really, really, really awesome. I liked it a lot. In the game, there is aspects of the New York City skyline.
World's Pinball.
No.
Pinball World.
Negative.
Trump Pinball.
USA Pinball.
No. Here is your next track. There is a movie. No, there is a movie that goes by this name. It has nothing to do with the game, but it.
Roger Rabbit Pinball.
Let's see. I don't want to give you too many hints here. Okay.
Die Hard Pinball.
All right. Producer on this game was Satoru Iwata.
And it isn't Black Box Pinball.
It's not.
Golf?
It is not. I'm really surprised you guys haven't gotten this yet. Here's your next track.
Does this sound like something I would know?
Maybe.
Okay. And we're still within the pinball theme, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And it's, all right, Iwata. It's not Black Box Pinball. It's not Kirby's Pinball Land.
So this game came out in '84 when he was still with Hal.
Construction Pinball.
It is not Construction Pinball.
There's no pinball in Adventures of Lolo, is there?
There's not.
Let me ask you a question. Does this game have pinball in the name?
It has the word ball in the name.
Ballroom.
Mm-mm.
Ballroom Blitz.
I've only got one track left, guys. And then we're going to have to go into a for real tiebreaker. Alright. Here's your next track. I don't know what other hints to give you that... I haven't given you already.
Is it a licensed game?
No.
Is it based off of something?
It's not... No. I'm gonna read you
Independence Day ball.
No. I'm gonna read you, I guess, the description here, and then we'll call it if you guys can't get it. So the pinball machine rendered in blank is composed of 4 screens, which by proportion would be about as long as 2 standard pinball tables if it were a real table. The graphics on the 2 of the 4 screens are based on various aspects of the New York City skyline. Yeah. I don't think any of you guys have ever heard of this.
Apple ball.
No.
Ball, apple, big.
Alright, guys. This game is called Rollerball. I encourage you guys to look it up. It's really good.
Okay.
Take your word for it.
Noted.
Alright, guys. Well, we are still deadlocked in a tie between Steven and Lucas. So now I get to pull out my bag of tricks.
Participate in this one, am I?
No, I unfortunately not, Justin. That is not a thing. But we're gonna.
How much do you want to play for my team?
We're gonna.
Like you need it playing for you.
Shoot. We're gonna move away from our theme a little bit. So just give me a second though, so I can find a track here.
Oh, thank God we're not doing another pinball. I can't. I just can't.
I have to make it fair for the both of you guys. Oh my God! If I can find this, then we might still stick with the theme.
Oh God! I want freaking pinball.
You're lucky that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, there's only a couple of Pokemon pinball games.
No, I was looking for Odama.
Yeah.
We're not like we're in that weird you're gonna cut this out phase, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure I like reconstituted my meat into its base ingredients because I think I just found like a whole bean.
All right. I'm gonna actually just look for something in my cabinet real quick. That's gonna be fair, the fairest of the fair. I don't know to whom. Let's go with Wii era. Yeah, let's go with
Bowling, sports, Mega.
I like that game.
Me
Yeah,
too.
Wii Sports, that was a good game.
Wii Sports Mega Mix. That's like the best game. Who's ready for Splatfest this weekend?
I don't want to splat, I want to craft.
These games are...
Well, you're gonna splat.
God damn you.
Splatoon. You're a kid now, you're a squid now, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid now. Remember when that was an ad? Those were bad days.
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that ad? That was like the original Splatoon commercial, and it was so bad it got like memed so hard on YouTube. Like there's like 40-minute videos of just you're a kid, you're a squid, you're a kid, you're a squid, over and over. Let me see if I can find it while Eugene's doing his thing.
Oh dear.
Oh my God, I've got it. I know what we're doing.
Dang
yes.
it, Eugene!
Finally.
Eugene,
Okay.
you're too early.
Let me just find some music here on the old YouTube. Hi.
Oh, okay, you still gotta find the music. I might be able to find it.
Okay, I found it. What?
Oh, that's right. He wasn't here for that.
Eugene's like, wait, what's going on? I didn't play that song. Platoon 1, Steve wins.
I think we lost Lucas.
Yeah, we lost Lucas.
Oh,
So now would be the opportune moment. Now would be the opportune moment to play it, so I can steal the win out from under him.
Yes, do it. We know nothing.
Yeah, as far as we know, he's still there, just grinning maniacally at us.
I was gonna say, how could I cheat Lucas when he looks so happy right now?
That's
He is
frustrating.
gracious to give this win to Steve.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Maybe.
And there he's gone. I didn't even get a chance to screen grab his face.
how did you not? It was there for like a minute.
It's as
Welcome
if
back.
God himself stepped in and said, "You will not bring that blasphemy back upon the world of man."
I tried to get him to play this last one without you to give me a head start, Eugene.
I felt like a holy light wrapped down from above, and then my phone just floated away.
All right, guys, we are gonna bring it back in. Let me just make a note.
Also,
I want to go get a cough drop, but I also want to hear this.
Eugene, I laugh like a madman during that time that I'm gone, so feel free to edit all of that out.
No, I'm giving that to Justin to put into the outtakes at some point. All right, here we go, guys. We're back. This is the tiebreaker round. I think you guys are gonna get it, but even still, if there is no winner here, we'll just call it a tie, and we'll have two winners.
Me and Steve like ties. We do well together. That's like
So-
Sonic and Tails got a Chaos Emerald in our
Oh God.
Can I have a tie too?
yeah,
to
Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles got a tie in Act 1.
And Shadow gets the shaft.
Here's your track.
So this isn't following the theme, right?
There's no theme here. This is just
Illusion
something I
of
found
Gaia?
from my case.
Is it
No,
Illusion of Gaia? Okay.
it's not Illusion of Gaia.
Get that right out of the way, right up front.
Yep. So your first hint is that this game is a 3DS joint.
Is this Bravely?
It's not.
Is this Pokemon RPG, that Pokemon game where you turn into a Pokemon? It's like, hey, I'm a Pokemon now! I gotta go on Mystery
That
Dungeon.
would be Mystery Dungeon, yeah.
This is not, hey, you, I'm a Pokemon.
Hey, you're a Pokemon. It's game on. Go play.
Here's your next track. How's our volume, by the way? We okay?
Volume is delightful.
I feel like this is an RPG.
Yeah,
This is not an RPG.
really. Fire Emblem?
It is not Fire Emblem. Let me look up on Wikipedia to see what they say the genre is before I give you that.
You said 3DS, right?
Yeah.
Samus Returns, is it?
This is not Samus Returns.
Well, that would have pissed me off something.
Yeah, this is actually what I would have called this video game. So the genre of this game, according to Wikipedia and myself, is a simulation video game. Here's your next track.
Is it one of the Room Factories?
It is not. I'm gonna give you your next hint.
Or Tamagotchi Life.
It is not Miitopia or Tamagotchi Life,
Can we
but
get a third track?
yeah, let's get you another track, and then I'll give you another hint. How about this one? Oh, we already did that one.
My Life as King? Final Fantasy?
No. So your next your next hint is that this game was published and developed by Nintendo.
Boy, it narrows it way down. Got anything, buddy? I'm kind of drawing a blank here.
I have a I have a hint that's gonna give it away like right away, but I'm gonna saving that for last.
No way, stupid cat.
Let's give you another track, and then let's see if I can give you another hint here, and then we'll give you some real hints. Here we go.
Pilot Wings?
It's not Pilot Wings.
Is it Island Adventure? Go Explore? No.
No.
I'm just making up names now.
This game was almost entirely touchscreen based.
Oh, this isn't no. Contact was a DS.
Contact is the secret.
I doubt it's Nintendogs.
Whenever
It's not Nintendogs.
Nintencats?
No. All right, you guys ready for the hint to give it away?
Yeah, the hint and all hints.
All right. Actually, let me give you this hint first. So this game was re-released as a free-to-play game on the eShop.
Pokemon Quest.
No. All right. Your final hint, and if you guys don't get it from here.
Oh, hang on. It's that sub game. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh, Steel Diver.
Yeah.
It is Steel Diver.
God, I wish I could have played this one because I would have gotten that one in like 10 seconds.
Can it just be a tie? Because Steve got the game and I got the title. Like, I don't want to take that. Like,
how about the fact that I would have answered it, except I wasn't eligible before both of you, and you both suck.
Okay,
all right,
so
Winnie wins. Winnie wins. So nobody wins except for Winnie.
But Justin comes in last, but he gets another point. Steve, I hate you all. Steve, are you okay with that? Because I stole the title. But
I'm fine with that because I knew the game and you gave me the title.
Schnazzy one got it for what it's worth. So, all right. Well, we are going to take a little break to regroup. Justin's going to get more coffee, and we'll be back with Question Block.
Steve, what's that put your win total up to?
Cough drop, not coffee.
5?
Yeah.
You beat your old goal of 4.
Well, I know, and my last 3 wins have been ties with you.
I'm so mad that you guys got my theme because I was so wanting to play.
You shouldn't have given us that hint right off the bat because we knew it was either Sonic or Pinball.
I thought it was Carnival. I honestly thought it was going to be like circus levels in video game.
Would you guys have gotten this music?
Oh yeah.
I probably would have started
Me and Lucas were waiting to scream out Metroid.
But see, here's the thing. Up until you said that, I forgot there was a Metroid pinball.
So I should have shut my trap.
Yeah, I would have guessed probably Federation Force, Prime Hunters.
Oh, Justin would have had it by then. He knows Prime Pinball.
It sounds so Prime too, like the music just like.
Yeah. Well, there's that whole like subgenre of Metroid that's just.
That bass too, like I just love it.
I really want to go back and play the last Metroid game in the like plot timeline, whatever. The one where like you get fusion, where you get like fused into a Metroid and you have like Metroid DNA.
Everybody hates that game, but that's my favorite 2D Metroid game. I love it.
That's like
it's really good.
Like other M2D. Like it's got a plot and it's got an engaging villain and the
gameplay's there.
Skypharaoh gave us his question in the chat.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
So we got one more.
Let me
do the question. Like the only thing about that game that I think people dislike is the fact that it's very like, push you forward kind of stuff. But I have no problem with that. Metroid to me is about massive exploration. I'm okay with just little secret areas.
For me, it's more about the power-ups and the secret areas than it is the backtracking.
Oh, and dude, the SAX that you have to fight, that like that parasitic suit that just shows up, and it's like dun 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 dun.
It's almost like a horror game, honestly.
It's a horror Metroid.
It's good. Yeah. I liked it a lot. Like it gets a lot of flack. A lot of people like Zero Mission better, but I think Zero Mission is trash, honestly.
Well, Zero Mission is more about nostalgia than anything.
The best part about Zero Mission is that you get to do the final thing where you're in the Zero suit. Like that's fun.
I still can't beat that section of the game.
It's kind of hard.
And I cannot beat that last section.
That's the only part I like. I also like. Oh God, see now you're bringing up all these Metroid feelings. I like how in Fusion, because Ridley goes through like all the garbage. Fusion is like a cloned genetic version of Ridley that's not like the original Ridley, who's been like frozen in ice. So it's like 3 Ridleys removed from the original Ridley.
It's the best. I know a lot of people didn't like that Adam character that was talking to you the whole time, but I loved it. Yeah.
No, and the fact that you don't even know he's... See, because the thing, again, like I started...
Spoilers!
Yeah. Okay, well, don't listen if you're one of the 5 live listeners Metroid for a second here. But like, I started with the comics. So, like, I knew who Adam was before, like, Other M and before this game and everything. So, like, when it was like, it's Adam, I'm like, oh my god!
She's got all the feels.
I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the Metroid series to continue because I don't think Prime 4 is going to take place after Fusion. If it did, that would be enough for me to give it a chance. But I assume it's going to take place after 3. I just want the next game in the series. I want to know what's next for Metroid. Like if that's where the series ends, if that's the final story, I'm okay with that. But I would love another Metroid that like actually continues the plot.
You know what you need?
Huh?
A Metroid
Historia? Yeah, absolutely.
I was just...
Ooh, that'd be rad. I love the Metroid lore, actually. The Metroid lore is deep and just so good. I love it.
You should really try to read the manga sometime. It's not that long, and it's a lot of fun. And it
I'll
really
have to
kind
check
of
it out.
goes into, like... It goes into the whole, like, Samus being a kid and Samus growing up and, like,
Dude,
I'll have to check it out, because
Lucas
I was one of those... Oh, go ahead.
Holy crap. Lucas has showed me some stuff from that, and holy crap.
It makes you really like Ridley. There's like a scene where he's like, I ate your mother to like regain my flesh. Look, this might be a part of her. And he shoves his hand in her face and is like, hey, respects to your mother, kid. And it's like, oh, God. Such villainy.
Sorry about that. I had to go make lemonade.
Don't worry, we're all just having a fan moment over here about Metroid.
Right? Okay, so we have 2 added questions to the question block. I don't know if you guys saw. One of them, I'm not... well, one of them. But the other one is Skypharaoh. So, Steve, you are going to lead us into the question block. So be ready for that. And then I'll take minus. And then
I want Phantom.
Okay, write your name on that one. And then Justin, I guess by default, you get Skypharaoh. All right, so...
Justin.
Oh, yeah, I forgot I'm playing goddamn Sonic music now. Damn it.
Defender!
Oh, that's going to be fun for the outtakes.
Yeah.
All right, here's our next Sonic track.
Oh, wait. Were we supposed to be recording this all? Yeah.
Did you see the look on Eugene's face? You broke Eugene.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving!
The vein is popping out and everything.
Let's level this track first. We already did this one.
Well, you picked all the weird Sonic music.
I think the whole
I only heard once as a kid.
I think Sonic Spinball is all weird to me.
Yeah, Sonic Spinball is an odd
I need
game.
to go back and play that game.
Alright, you guys ready?
Ready!
Minus just saw Phantom's question. This is going to be great.
I love it.
Alright, let's get me a little bit silent here. All right, we are back. We are ready to talk about the questions that you have brought forth to us. That's because if you are on our Patreon, you can submit a question if you are a part of the $3 level or more, because that is hit that question block. And that's what we are going to do right now. Steve, why don't you hit the question block that was provided to us by Corky Dog?
So, Quirky Dog asks, your friend buys a Switch, and they know the big games to get for the system. Now, what games would you suggest they avoid? You would think this would be an easy question for as angry as I always am. And I'm
You're angry?
Okay,
Yeah.
I have easy ones. Wasn't it you guys that were, or actually didn't they patch it Monopoly or Uno? Uno was the one.
Uno is absolute garbage.
Yeah, Uno would be one not to get.
Red Game Without a Great Name and Green Game something or other. Those I reviewed Red Game Without a Great Name. It was not a good game. So that's one. I'm going in right now to my games list, and I'm looking at games that I've deleted off of my Switch.
What about NBA Playgrounds? Did it ever get any good enough to recommend?
Honestly, NBA Playgrounds was not as bad as we thought it was. It just wasn't great. It was just a mediocre basketball game.
Sure.
Shaq Fu is not that good. I got Shaq Fu for free. Yeah, it's not okay. So here's the thing about Shaq Fu in 10 words or less. It's not that it's a bad game. It's just that it's a boring game, and the humor is made for elementary school kids.
Well, here's the thing that I don't get about Shaq Fu. I get they were only remaking it because it was basically a meme. People didn't talk about that game because they loved it. They didn't talk about it because it was good. They talked about it because it's so ridiculous, the fact that it even ever existed.
Sure.
That it's self-parody. But they didn't know it was self-parody, so they took it seriously, and so they made an equally not good game.
Okay.
To try to cash in on it.
I've got a couple of ones. World to the West was one that I reviewed. I don't think it's an awful game, but again, I think it's kind of a boring game. And this one might be a little more controversial for you guys. I would say Mario and Rabbids is probably a game to avoid unless you're really into that genre.
And
I can see that.
Most people, Steve really enjoyed the Donkey Kong DLC. Most people that get it, I think...
never finished the game, though.
That's the thing. Most people that get it, I think, like me and like you, get the game, put a few hours into it, and then realize, not really my game. So that would be one I would say, probably just don't try it. You got to be one of the 5% of people that I think wanted that game to really
that likes the XCOM-esque genre,
with a really simplistic limited character selection kind of thing. You've always got to be Mario. It's not a real full version of that game. It's a very bare bones kind of,
Sure. So I've got another game that I had heard a lot of good about that I was just not impressed by at all. Lego Worlds. I bought
I was just about to mention that.
For $20. I played maybe 3-4 hours of it and have never played it again.
I jump into it every once in a great while because it is a decent time waster, but yeah, considering Lego Worlds and Lego City Undercover are usually the same price and go on sale together, you're better off spending your money on Lego City Undercover, which is a full game with a real full open world and a story and a mod.
Or Minecraft, depending on which aspect of Lego Worlds.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Lego Worlds tried to do Lego Minecraft, which should have been brilliant, but the interface is weird.
That's what I was going to say, too. If you want a really good Lego game on the Switch that's open world, get Lego City Undercover. If you want a really good open world, build your own world kind of game, you can't beat Minecraft.
Yeah.
The only other thing I can think... Oh, go ahead, Justin.
I'm going to throw Pirates All Aboard in for consideration. Unless you know at least 2-3 other people who are willing to spend the money on it, and it is frequently on sale. Playing against the computer is just mind-numbing and not even fun. So, avoid that one.
I'm gonna jump in here with my final one because it just came to me. Don't get that Street Fighter 2 that came out right at launch because that anniversary one just came out. So that's an obvious one, right?
See, I'm gonna debate that because, I love the flashy new graphics and don't care about having 17 different versions of the same game. But
sure.
But I will own both when the new one goes on sale anyway. So
by that same standard, then I would also argue that you avoid the current release of Monster Hunter from the Japanese eShop because there's a U.S. version coming out in a month. So.
Okay, well, if we're going into international eShops, then we could be here all night. But most people don't buy things from the Japanese eShops.
That's not true. So. I buy. Well, I guess most. Maybe you're right with most, but I think our crowd that's listening to this show,
I
is
would
probably
argue that the majority of Switch owners don't even realize that they can access.
I would argue that a
Japanese
year ago,
eShop.
3 out of 5 of the Infendo co-hosts were buying games on the Japanese eShop.
We are not the average gamer. We are not even probably the average Switch gamer.
I'm not so sure about that.
I have stood my ground on the international releases.
I'm not actually so sure about that. I think we make a pretty good component of what a Switch gamer is, at least a millennial age Switch gamer. I think we're pretty average, really.
sure.
If you average us out.
God.
If we fuse.
I'm gonna take us into Minus's question. He asks, excuse me. He asks, cake or pie? And that's an easy question for me because I hate pie. So cake.
Oh.
Mhm.
I like some pie, but yeah, cake.
Am I
Especially
the only fan of pie on this show?
Do you want something dry and crusty without any frosting on it? And it's usually filled with fruit, which, by the way, is like the worst thing you can do to a dessert.
or vegetable.
Do you want a moist, delicious, cream-covered, stop me anytime, Justin, moist, delicious, cream-covered cake with delicious vanilla and chocolate and pudding and ice cream in it? Like, come on, man. Pie is the devil's.
What is wrong with chocolate pie with whipped cream on top?
Okay, that's like
Because
the one.
it's not as good as chocolate cake.
You picked the one good pie though. There's like 50
Okay,
dudes.
what is cream cheese or cheesecake? Is cheesecake pie or cake?
Pie.
Oh, that's tricky.
I would
I would call that. Yeah, I would
It's-
call that cake,
It's
but
the
I don't know.
consistency of pie,
But it's in the name. It's cheesecake.
Hey,
but it's pie. It's pie.
okay, I have a question for you.
Damn it! This is a minus question right here.
Hey, a pie or a cake?
Is what?
Oh,
Cake.
oh man,
Is what pie or a cake?
cookie cake.
That's clearly a cake. It's got the consistency of a cake.
But it's just a pie-shaped, hard, crusty cookie with frosting on it. Like,
But it's a cake.
so what you're saying is, if it's good, it's a cake, and if it's crappy,
Steve, I'm gonna need you to sell me hard on a pie right now because I've never found the right pie for me.
The only
Pumpkin-
pie that has
no,
ever gotten
pumpkin
me
pie.
excited is McDonald's.
No,
apple
pumpkin pie is garbage. Go on.
Okay.
no. Pumpkin pie is
Pecan.
one of the okay ones.
Okay. Pecan pie.
Okay, I'm with you there actually.
No,
Nope.
pecans are
That
devil.
chocolate one
somehow.
I mentioned earlier.
Yep, from Perkins.
Oreo pie.
Okay.
But
Wait,
that's
can go
like
Okay,
It's
so
like a cake.
So basically, you just can't go with the fruity pies.
Okay.
So I would like to clarify that when I said that I didn't like pie, what I meant to say was that I didn't not like pie. Pie is very good. Pie might be very good. I don't know.
Lucas, please take us away
Alright, can we
with
get next question?
Phantom's
We're not
question. Please
All right,
take us away.
after that horrible debate Minus gave us about cake or pie, Phantom asks, why does Minus troll so much? And I have a theory about that, actually. I believe that Minus is actually secretly a variant of a demon race, kind of like Decepticons. But instead of requiring like any kind of, let's call it physical attraction to survive, Minus requires attention. And he gets that attention by giving us horrible questions week after week. And while we're sitting here, we feel our souls literally draining out of our bodies because we're answering these questions. And our souls are nourishing him for the week. And that's the only reason why he's a patron.
I mean, it makes sense to me.
How do you top that? Next question.
Why does Minus troll so much?
Because he pays to do it. This is how
actually,
he spends his hard-earned money.
there's not a better answer than that. Actually, between the succubus and the money, I mean, this all makes sense.
Wouldn't he be an incubus?
Oh God!
It would be neither, because as we said, he doesn't feed off of physical energy. He feeds off of trolling us.
All right. Justin, why don't you take us away with Skyfarrow's question and our final question of the segment?
Skyfarrow asks 2D or 3D Mario?
Man.
I'm going to and because it is so easy to look at this question and say why not both, because let's face it, I'm sure we have at least one of each that's our favorite Mario game ever. I'm going to say you have to pick one or the other.
Okay, I'll go first.
Good.
I also want you to give me your favorite 3D or 2D Mario game with your answer.
What are we considering 3D Land and 3D World? Because those are 2.5D.
No, they're 3D.
3D, yeah.
Like New Super Mario Bros. Is 2.5D, but it's really a 2D Mario.
Right.
3D Land and 3D World are
side-scrolling platformer with depth.
Yeah, it's 2.5D. But a 3D Mario game is 3D World and 3D Land.
I've always, and I know this is getting into the weeds. I've always classified 2.5D as like a 2D sprite scroller, but like instead of sprites, the characters are 3D models. So, anyways, I am going to choose on this question, and I'm going to pick.
Skyfarrow says 3D Land and World are 3D, so he made the question, so we'll go with his definition.
Fair. Right. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say 2D Mario's with the caveat of Mario 64, but if I have to pick a 2D Mario, I think I'd have to go with 3. I think that's just like the best Mario of the 3D ones for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go with 2D Mario's. That's my answer.
Go ahead, Justin.
I mean, I'm the old guy here. I grew up on 2D Mario, and Super Mario Brothers 3 is probably one of my favorite games, if not my all-time favorite game.
Mm-hmm.
But especially with Odyssey and all the nostalgia I have for Sunshine and how perfectly crafted and well-aged 64 is, I think like hour per hour, joyful moment per joyful moment, I have to go with 3D because there's just so many great memories I have of those games. I guess it's the difference between playing a game and experiencing a game. Like, you play the 2D Mario games, you know, you have to be very precise with it, whereas the 3D ones are more experiential. You're kind of in the world and exploring it. So since I like those games, I'm going 3D.
Steve?
So for me, it has to be 3D. And like Justin, though, I did grow up on 2D Mario. You know, I'm old. But the Mario game that was really the defining game for me was Mario Galaxy 2. I thought Galaxy, and I know that I'm the unpopular opinion here, I thought Mario Galaxy was an absolutely perfect game. I thought there was nothing they could have done to make it better. And then they released Galaxy 2, and it was better than Galaxy 1. So for me, I have to go with 3D, and it has to be Mario Galaxy 2.
I will agree with you that Galaxy 2 is better than Galaxy 1. It's funny that you would bring up Galaxy, though, because this whole time I've been racking my brain, and that is the deciding factor.
Just say that the story horror for some reason goes with the Mario Galaxy game with no story whatsoever, as opposed to the one with an amazing one?
See, that's because Mario Galaxy 2 was actually a fun game, though. Anyway, so here's the thing. I argued that Mario 64 should be the #1 game of all time on Infendo 400. I stand by that. I think it's probably one of the best games that Nintendo has ever seen. I have incredible memories of 3D and 2D Mario games. I would give anything to be able to go back to my college years and play New Super Mario Bros. With my friend group for endless hours. That was those were some of my favorite gaming memories. Playing with absolute newbies who some of them realized they were really good at it, some of them didn't. Just hours and hours put into those games. And every time a new one came out, it was just a new game to play. But I think the deciding factor for me is that I have never not enjoyed or been disappointed by a 2D Mario game. I have been disappointed by a 3D Mario game, and that was the original Galaxy. I don't know if it was because of something weird going on in my life at the time. I don't know if it was because I was just getting through high school and I just wasn't that into gaming. But I was incredibly disappointed by Galaxy. Like, I played Galaxy, and I was like, I didn't feel it for the first time playing a Mario.
Well then, I guess Lucas finished just in time.
I assume
For
he's
those
gonna
of you listening at home, Lucas just completely froze about a second before the alarm went off.
I assume that he's finished his thought, and then I will edit that part.
That's awkward.
But yeah, so we're gonna take a little break here, and then we will be right back with the change the system segment.
Oh, that's really awkward because that was such a good thought too.
Yeah, I really want to hear what this is, and I don't want to have to listen to the podcast in order to hear it. So,
you mean you don't listen to our amazing show?
Wow, no,
jerk.
I don't listen to the other podcasts I love either. So, but I get to listen to the outtakes every month now, so that'll give me plenty of entertainment. What's nice is I get to hear what you guys talk about when I'm not in the room. So the whole there being a guy in the window behind me, what was that?
I can't really remember, to be quite honest with you. I think it was because we can see like our reflection in your
that was
window.
wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We could like see ourselves or something like that, so it looked like there was somebody in the window or something. I can't remember.
I'm listening and I'm like, what the hell was going on while I was in the bathroom?
Lucas's computer just randomly restarted, which tells me Windows Update.
Yeah.
We've been dealing with that all work.
Well, hopefully...
So that means that we don't have a recording of the rest of his statement there, so that'll be fun.
He's also worried his audio might be gone.
Oh, that would suck.
God bless the YouTube audio.
Well, and we've got the Zoom audio, so. He says he can join the call via phone if we want to do it that way.
Well, it's only 8:45.
10:48.
I'm okay either way.
Yeah, we can. I think if we can have him, I'm trying to think how we can pull his audio. Oh, it'll pull from Zoom if he joins us from phone. So
now is Zoom one of the one? No, Zoom is one of the ones that just records all of us together into one track, right? It's not like the other. It'll all separate.
It does both actually. So it'll record everybody into one track, but then it also gives me everybody's audio separate. All in mono, but I mean that's fine. Okay, well I guess what we can right. I guess what we can do is we could just get started with our change the systems, and then when Lucas jumps back in with us, if he does, then we can edit him in.
Right.
And
I don't want to go first though, because I know Lucas and I both been playing Minecraft.
I don't want to go. I'm sorry.
Let's see.
That sentence has been ruined for the rest of my life.
I love how every time I type, it's just Crash going like this.
Right?
I don't know what that means.
In the Discord, my icon's Crash just going like this. So every time I type something in Discord, it's just...
Okay.
Okay, so let's do... I guess what we'll do is we'll just roll with it. I guess I'll start with change the system, and then we'll let Justin go next, Steve, and then finally Lucas if he ever joins us back. Keep in mind when Lucas joins, we're probably going to have to pause and then resync. So wherever we're at, we'll just do that.
Okay.
All right, so let me make a note here.
Justin, are you picking up items in Minecraft? Because that's exactly what it sounds like.
Oh my god, I was making some sort of popping noise earlier, and Mina said that he thought that his food meter was empty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I wonder if he was in the realm.
Shoot. All right, I'm going to pick another spinball track here, and then we'll just get started. Let's go with this one. How does this sound? How's the audio? Too loud?
It's good.
It's a little loud, but not terrible.
Okay, cool. Then let me make a note, and then I'll bring us in. and then we'll get rolling. All right, well, we are spinning our way all into the change of the system section. We lost Lucas along the way, but he'll be here maybe eventually. He's
okay.
Yeah, old Microsoft update got him right in the butt. So that's okay. We're going to talk about the games we've been playing, and I'm going to start. Honestly, though, guys, I haven't had a lot on my plate to play that I haven't already talked about before, but I will talk about 2 games specifically. So I do want to talk about Mario Tennis again, because it's literally the game that I've been putting the most time into. I don't know if I told you guys last show that I had beaten the boss, the final boss already, but that's done. So now I've been spending a majority of my time playing in the online and doing tournaments and stuff like that, and I'm finding it actually really fun and very frustrating. Here's for a couple of reasons. I don't know if the matchmaking is off or whatever, or if I just suck. But the first couple of rounds are just always so easy, and then I get matched with somebody just so high above my skill level, and then it's just hard to find myself finding any progression in the tournament mode. I know that's mostly on me. It's get good, right? But I don't know. That's kind of a thing. I'm struggling to find who my main is. I know that I played against you guys mainly with Boo and everything like that, but when I play with Boo online, I just get smashed. So I've been trying to play with a couple of different characters. I've found that I like the I think they're called technique characters or whatever, like Peach and Toadette, to be kind of my jam. I like that they can place the ball pretty much anywhere on the court that I want to. That's really kind of goes with my play style. So there's that. Other than Mario Tennis, I have been playing Pokemon Go, and that's the other game that I wanted to talk about. Because, man, guys, honestly, aside from Mario Tennis, that's the game that I'm putting the most time into. Even if it's just kind of idle in the background, it's still a game that I'm playing regardless. So, there's actually an event going on right now where there's double candies, and I am freaking loving it. Have you noticed that, Steve?
They didn't even announce that was the weird thing.
I know, it just started happening.
It showed up.
Yeah, it's great. I'm really loving that a lot. So we spent a little bit of Pokecash and got some incubators, because that's a really good way to get candies, and we are incubating our eggs. And
dude, I hatched a Porygon today.
Oh, Heather saw that. She's like, what the hell did Steve just hatch?
Yeah, I hatched a Porygon. It came with 50 let's see.
Whoa!
I've got 54 candies now, and I had one after I evolved my last Porygon. And of course, I already spent my upgrade to evolve said Porygon.
Yeah.
But this is the one that's battle ready, so now I gotta try and get another upgrade.
You know,
sure.
It's sad because hatching eggs is about the only thing I can do in Pokemon Go, because I put it on my watch and it reads my steps a lot easier, and I can use that when I'm shopping and whatever else, and I never think to do it because I never think to wear my watch. I think it's probably dead somewhere in the house, but
so you can send it to me. I'll use yours when mine dies.
Yes.
Right.
Well, I like it.
But yeah, Pokemon Go, it's got me hook, line, and sinker now, man. I am into that game hard, and especially for the summer, they seem to be going all in on these community events, which, in all honesty, they should have been doing the whole time, because it's gotten me out and active and playing with other people. Steve, I think you mentioned that you got out and you were able to do a raid even. So
yeah. They've invited me to go this weekend, but I don't know. I just don't know if I'm into the whole raids thing. Not until I have to do 20 to catch Mew anyway.
Raid?
Sure. We did a 20-person raid with, what was the last one? It was not Articuno. That was the weekend before.
Lugia.
Lugia. Yeah. We did a 20-person raid with Lugia, and then a couple of hours later, we did another one with only 6 of us, and it was tough with 6. But we beat it.
There are entire Discord channels here in Utah.
Same here.
Dedicated to just finding those raids.
Yeah.
And that's group I was with was doing. Was we'd get on the Discord, or they would, because I didn't have it, and they'd be like, oh, "Okay, we're going to Gandalfos," so we'd all show up at Gandalfos. There's a group of like 17 people battling this Lugia. It was cool.
Yeah, I think it's really neat. I think that this is what they need to keep doing to keep this game active. Like, they need to do whatever it takes to hire on a community manager or whatever that is coordinating these events week after week. Like, obviously, it can't be every single week because then it starts to get stale that way. But,
like I said, I'm not going raiding this weekend because I just did it last weekend.
Right, exactly.
Off this weekend, and I'm not going to go out with a group of our coworkers when I can spend the weekend with my wife who doesn't play.
Sure. Yeah, but oh man, and then there's rumors that Gen 4 is going to launch, so that's going to be a thing. Man, I don't know what I'm going to do.
It's a matter of when, not if.
Yeah, exactly. So, alrighty. Well, I'm going to toss it off to Justin. What have you been playing this week?
A lot of Skyrim, thanks to Lucas's article on Infendo a few days ago. Beyond that, I've mostly been spending my gaming time in Hackchi, which, for those of you who don't know, is the application used for installing games and emulators on Super NES Classic. So I've got like 120 games on my NES Classic now. All of them are either 8-bit systems, so of course NES, Master System, Game Boy, Game Gear, Game Boy Color, or I'm actually using that one for my N64 games because A, I could never get them to run right on the Super NES Classic, and B, the ROMs take up so much space that I couldn't fit them on the Super NES Classic because, of course, the ROMs on the Super NES Classic are bigger. So, but I do, like, every night I play, I kind of jump around and play a bunch of games that either I haven't played in a long time or that I've never played. So I can't really give you the whole list of everything that I've played, but it's been a lot of, again, NES, Master System, etc. games. I, again, got addicted to Skyrim again. It's one of those games that, like, the moment I go in and play it with a purpose, I'm hooked on it, but I'll put it down and not play it for weeks. Sometimes I think, well, I don't know if I've had it for too many months, but definitely for weeks on end, I won't play it. But then I'll open it up and actually start a mission and be like, ooh, I forgot I love this game.
I just need to get back into it. That's one of those games on my backlog that I know I'm going to really enjoy once I get to it, but I'm just not there.
Yeah, I just kind of stopped feeling Breath of the Wild and just needed a break from it. So, Skyrim has kind of taken its place lately, but I really haven't gotten a whole lot of game playing in the past week done, again, because I've been doing a lot of downloading and installing and hacking and stuff like that.
Sure.
In Classic. Also, my fiance has been staying up playing games on the Xbox. So
what has she been playing? I remember you mentioned that, but what exactly is she playing again?
She has been playing Fable 3. And this is her third, I think, time playing it. She loves the Fable games. She has Fable Anniversary Edition, but we can't find it anywhere. So she's just been playing Fable 3. But she'll play that for a couple of hours until she's ready to fall asleep, and then I'll take over the TV. I did play some more Donkey Kong on the Super Game Boy last night. So part 2 of that playthrough will be going up sometime in the next, I don't know, few days, week, month, whenever I remember to upload it. But if you're interested in seeing what Donkey Kong looks like in full color with enhanced sound and all that stuff, check out the Infendo YouTube channel. I've got the first part of my playthrough on that. No commentary this time because kids are home all day. I don't have time to record it.
I actually really enjoyed watching that, even though there was no commentary, because I didn't realize how I've never played that game before, and I didn't realize how good the music is. It's really good, actually.
Oh yeah, the music is really good, and there actually isn't any music enhancement until you get to the end credits. So all the music in the game on the Super Game Boy is the Game Boy music, but the end credits theme was composed using the Super Nintendo's sound card. So when you get to the end, there's a very a special version of it that sounds really cool. And there are other Super Game Boy games that took advantage of the sound, Super NES sound as well. That I kind of have to look into. I think it was Animaniacs for the Game Boy that actually had the entire Genesis soundtrack reprogrammed to work on the Super Nintendo hardware. And so when you play it on the Super Game Boy, you're actually hearing the Genesis soundtrack. So it's got a higher quality, more instruments, more channels, and all that.
I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, there's I shared an article a while back, but about the Super Game Boy and all the things that it could do that most companies didn't do. And I guess besides Nintendo, who only really put out Donkey Kong that took advantage of it, Factor 5 did a lot of neat stuff with the Super Game Boy. And of course, Factor 5 was huge on basically taking Nintendo systems apart, figuring out how they work, and getting them to do things that even Nintendo didn't know they could do.
Right.
They did it with the Super Nintendo, and they did such impressive stuff with it that Nintendo had them help make the Nintendo 64, and we all know how good the Factor 5 games were for Nintendo 64. You've got the Rogue Squadron games and the Indiana Jones game. Anyway, I'm getting off topic here, but so yeah, Donkey Kong, various things on my NES Classic, and lots of Skyrim.
Very nice. Awesome. Well, Steve, what have you been playing lately?
So,
wait! This is where we break so we can bring Lucas back in! I'm gonna edit that like a fucking G. Nice. Lucas
and that apparently.
Yeah. All right, Lucas. So looks like you know what to do though, right? When you export, you're just gonna export each of those tracks. Okay.
Part 1, part 2.
I love you. We're gonna have to sync up though, you and I.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saw Justin's cat. It's like.
Yeah, why my cats have to climb all over me during the podcast.
I'm ready when you are, Eugene. Yeah, by the way, let me just take a moment before we get back into it here to say this, forced restart garbage with Microsoft is BS.
Yeah, I have never had a computer do that to me before in my life.
The fact that the computer just says, it's time, that's nonsense.
It doesn't even give you a would you like to cancel?
Here's what happened. Here's what happened. In their defense, last Wednesday it asked me if I wanted to restart. I said no, I don't want to restart right now. Select a new time sometime between this week and next week. I said Saturday. I was mid article for Infendo. I was like, no, Wednesday. And now it just didn't ask me and just shut down on me. So
we've been fighting that at work too. Try updating
this shit. I'm not waiting for this guy anymore.
Yeah, try being in the middle of updating your customer's Lexus Cars computer and having your computer do it then.
See, the problem is there's never a good time because I'm always either working or doing something important on it. I'm never just sitting there with the computer I wouldn't mind if it took me away from my stuff for 15 minutes. It's
that's why you tell it to update when you turn it off. But if you're the type of person that never turns off your computer like me, then that's another problem.
My computer turns off every night.
Well, see, then my problem with
that does it.
My problem with the update while you turn it off is that's all well and good until work starts in 5 minutes the next day and my computer needs 20 minutes to update because I forgot that it had to update when I turned it back on to finish.
Sure.
Anyway, let's sync up because it was at 3, now it's at 5.5.
In 3, 2, 1. All right, Lukey, hit me.
531.
Perfect.
That was really hard not to clap, by the way.
That's why I snapped. It made me feel better.
So Steve, I'm just gonna have you start in, and then I'll edit it.
I'm just gonna go right back to what I was saying.
Great.
Well, I actually bought 2 new games this week. Well, a game and a half. I bought the Sonic DLC, and I bought Project Octopath Traveler. I've not played.
Oh wait, hold on. Actually, Mania's out now because I'm actually interested in that because there's a physical version of it.
Yes, it came out on Tuesday. And I've not played either game, so you can't ask me about either one.
I'm sorry for interrupting, but I forgot to mention a game last week, and I forgot to mention again this week. So do you want me to throw that in now, or just wait until Steve is done?
I mean, you're already doing it, so why don't you go ahead?
Okay, and I'm sorry about this, but it's something. All right, I'm playing Another World remastered on the Switch, which is a remake of an old PC game that was also ported to the Super Nintendo under the name Out of This World. And I just wanted to mention it real quick because I forgot it last week. Basically, it's like one of those hard as balls games where you have to know what to do ahead of time and do it at the exact right time. But unlike something like Dragon's Lair or Space Ace, where it's all like pre-animated, it's still a platformer. So you're still controlling your character. There's a lot of puzzle solving. Some of the things you have to do are pretty opaque, and I'm stuck. Like, I reached a point in the game where I know what I'm supposed to do, and I've done it many, many times, and the next event has not triggered yet. And I tried reaching out to the developer on Twitter. They haven't gotten back to me. And if somebody cannot fix this game for me, I'm not going to be able to either finish the review or give it a good rating because I can't finish the fucking game. Anyway, if you don't have a broken version of the game, it's actually pretty good. You might need to go to YouTube and figure out what to do next on a couple occasions like I did. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool and has held up pretty well over 20 some odd years. But yeah, I'm stuck on it and I can't progress, and I keep doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm stuck. So that's the other game that I've been playing. I've been playing it a lot. For some reason I always forget to mention it. Go ahead, Steve, take it away.
So the game that's been taking up the majority of my time this week is Minecraft, which is no surprise. Last week on the show, and Lucas, hopefully you're okay with me talking about this since you're the one that started it, but Lucas and I have started the official Infendo realm.
Oh, I didn't realize it's only been a week.
Yeah, we started a week ago because I listened to last week's show yesterday, and we're talking about how we were going to start it up last Wednesday night. And I think we actually did. Good God Almighty. We have already in our world a fully functional and stocked community farm that contains wheat, beetroots, carrots, and potatoes in the center. On the side, it's got cacti, it's got cocoa beans on the top, and then on the other side, it's got, oh God, what is it, sugarcane? It already has a fully functional and connected automated melon farm and pumpkin farm, so we don't even have to harvest them. You just grab some out of the chest.
Damn.
What else did I work on in that farm, Lucas? We have the chicken hatchery ready, but I don't have chickens for it yet because they're hard to get up in the middle of a tree.
Yeah, I don't know. I just go to your farm and take what I need and leave.
Yeah. See,
I go in and I'm like, oh, there's like 80 iron. Steve won't mind if I take 40 of it.
Well, and that's what did it. Community world, we have on the farm, there's 4 chests that are like community chests where everybody can take what they need, which is kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then as far as the farm goes, I don't care what you take from the farm, just plant when you're done, so everybody can always have food. I haven't even started on my base yet. Like, I've got the farm, I've got a floor for my base up above where I got a couple of parrots, and haven't done anything else. But the realm is active. The cool thing about this realm, like we were talking about last week, is it's always online. So even though Lucas is the one that paid for it, he's the one that started it. It was started on his Switch.
Wait, what do you mean paid for it?
It cost roughly...
It's a server.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually have to buy a server.
Yeah, yeah, it's like $10 for like half a year or something.
Yeah, it's really expensive. And Lucas, I found out that you can re-up that anytime.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to buy your other year tonight, you could. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, and it's online all the time. So like, I can go on right now, even if Lucas is playing Sonic, I can go on and work on the realm.
That's really cool.
Who all have we had in it?
Lucas is playing Sonic.
Come on.
I'm not actually. I don't have it yet.
E.T. Knothead showed up for a little bit. Justin came in, got bored, and jumped off a cliff. Who else is in the realm? I think Sky Pharaoh's been on it. Yes, he has. He's writing in the chat. We've all kind of got our houses. I know Phantom's got a house that's, just right by mine and Lucas's. And
you're not telling them the coolest part. We built a community in the trees.
Yeah. Yeah, so you spawn in the world.
Oh god, you guys are Lost Boys.
So we've got these houses that are like Donkey Kong Country 2 style, like treehouse things that spawn out of the trees, and they're all like connected by like bridges.
Excuse me, that was Donkey Kong Country 1.
He's right. Treetop Village.
Actually.
So, but it's awesome. If you guys want to get into this realm with us, send Lucas a private message, either on Discord or Twitter or something.
All I need is your Microsoft account, which it took minus like a shout out here. It took minus like a week to get it to me, but he finally sent it to me. So.
Does he finally have an invite then?
He will when the show's over.
Okay. So yeah, so if any of you guys want to build, great, join us. We want as many people as we can. The whole idea that Lucas and I had was, let's see what happens if we all start a world together, and let's see it grow when we're not in it. The only thing that we ask is just respect everybody else's space.
Yeah, don't destroy something somebody else made. Give people enough room to grow. But it's all cool. Come build or don't. Come in and walk like 100 days south and build in your own area, totally separate from all of us.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but I got attacked by skeletons and zombies and had no food or supplies and just ended up
which is funny because you were at the farm. You could have grabbed food before you went.
And supplies.
I didn't want to mess up any of your stuff.
Now there's an armory with like weapons and armor that you can get too. So
maybe I'll try it.
Set up.
Yeah, I put stuff in chests. I still have to kind of build it right, but
That's awesome.
To build armor stands.
It's fun. It's nice for me because it's like what I've always wanted from like an Animal Crossing game.
This was never possible. This was never possible before on a Nintendo console, right? Obviously, you can do this on PC,
correct.
But
yeah, cool. It's never been possible on console before. So, and it's only the better together consoles that this is even possible on. So Switch, Xbox One.
I was half expecting you to say it's only the better consoles that it's on, not the PlayStation 4.
I don't have crappy Sony. You all already know. All right, Lucas, you're up.
Am I? Okay, well, I was going to say that I actually haven't put much time into Minecraft this week, but I guess that's just the tail end of the week, because clearly I was busy during the beginning. Yeah, Minecraft. I mean, it's a lot of fun. Steve, I love when Steve talks about Minecraft, because he talks about it like I talk about Pokemon. Talk about all the technical stuff. I'm like, we built tree houses! That's the fun. Minus and I gave us all
jobs.
The
thing. It looks boxy.
I'm the adventurer. Minus is the miner. Steve is the farmer. We're in a world together. I built a pirate ship in the ocean.
Mad scientist.
Yeah, / mad scientist.
Wait, which one of you is the mad scientist?
I'm
Steve.
both. I'm the
He's
farmer.
the only one who knows how to build anything in this game.
Yeah, what freaking stereotype would I be in your Minecraft plantation? Anyways, go on.
Oh, man! Okay, well, I was going to say that you're free to make your own decisions, but you want to go ahead and drop the race card.
He didn't drop it. He slammed it down on the table.
That was straight up Yu-Gi-Oh level of...
Yeah, that was Blue Eyes White Dragon, dog. Go ahead.
That was Red Eyes Black Dragon is what that was. I don't know what you're saying. Anyway, besides Minecraft, I haven't been playing that many games. I re-downloaded Fire Emblem for the mobile. I don't know why I did
Heroes?
It. Yeah, I don't know why I did it. There's a lot more stuff to do in it now day to day, which is cool, because that was my big gripe with it, was that I had kind of done everything. They added a lot, and they got all these weird events where you can get like alternate versions of characters in like bathing suits and stuff. So that's a thing if you're into that. But
and who's
other
not?
than that, yeah, right. I mean, come on. But I don't really know. Like, I haven't even played a match yet. I just downloaded it, and I've just been kind of waiting to get into it. But I don't know if I have time to get into it necessarily when there's like really good games out there. But we'll see what happens. I am dropping off of Pokemon Go rather hard. I play on lunch breaks now. I try to play when I go out, but sometimes, honestly, I prefer to just listen to music.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'm going to continue that or not. A shiny Minun would get me back into that because he's green and I love him so much, and he can ride on your shoulder, and I need that.
They were just doing a Minun event.
Yeah, I know, but I wasn't able to find one. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back into Pokemon Go or not. We shall see. Time will tell. But other than that, really, just the big game I've been playing once again is Pirate Warriors, which is that One Piece Dynasty Warriors game. I love it. It's a lot of fun. I've started watching the show again. I'm getting caught up on that. I am about 100 episodes in. I have about 750 episodes to go to be all caught up, but that's One Piece. It's a good game. I really like it, actually. Story mode is a lot shorter than I thought, considering it covers over 800 episodes of a TV show, but it covers it all rather succinctly, and I didn't have to wait like 1,000 years to get the time skip characters, which is good because they're a lot more powerful and fun. So now I'm just kind of grinding through that, so the next time my buddy comes over, who like was the reason I got this game, I'll have all the characters, and we can do whatever we want in it.
Is there like a multiplayer aspect?
Yeah, it's just like Hyrule
cool.
Warriors. There's like 2-player everything. Except, unlike Hyrule Warriors, your score in this one isn't separate. You each get a ranking. So, like, if one of you gets too many kills, the other one can't get like an S rank. So that's a thing. But this is also an older game. I think this came out like 4 years ago or something like that. So.
Could I just say how much of a missed opportunity I still think it was with the original Hyrule Warriors that there wasn't 2-player mode with gamepad and TV?
Yeah, that's a thing. And honestly, I don't know why there's not like some kind of online compatibility too. Like, I think it would be fun.
Wait. The original Hyrule Warriors had 2-player with gamepad and TV because my kids do it all the time.
Yeah. Oh, you can do that?
One screen is the gamepad, the other's the TV.
What? I had no idea. I was looking for that functionality when that original game came out. Well, I'm not busting out the Wii U again right now, so that's not happening.
Especially not with the Switch version, which is kind of a shame that the Switch doesn't offer something like that. But I mean, it can't.
Yeah, it's true.
System, so, you know.
Yeah.
But I felt like I was going to make one more point about that, and I can't remember what it was now. Something about the online. I wish that online multiplayer was a thing with games like these. That would be a lot of fun. Kind of a missed opportunity again. I don't remember what I was going to say, so I guess it wasn't that important.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm going to piggyback off of that for just a quick moment. Is, you know, with something like Hyrule Warriors and the Warriors games, it's not like a fighting game, which they do online, that are one-on-one where you have to have the precision timing. You're usually off in your own little corner of the world doing your own little thing. So I don't see any reason why they couldn't link up and just, you know, communicate where the other person is at the same time.
This reminds me of a puzzle. I just remember what I was going to say.
Oh, no.
I have always wanted there to be a 2-player versus mode for Dynasty Warriors where you each get an army and split the armies up into different teams across your own thing, and then they go off and do their own thing, and then the two of you go out, and based on where you positioned the armies on these like parallel maps,
I would totally play that over like a StarCraft or something like that.
Well, because Pikmin 2 did something like that. Actually, they had a versus mode that was basically just like you each have an army of Pikmin, and the goal is either to collect certain treasures first or to get certain areas first. And like that would be so easy to do with a game like this. It's literally just place your units and run around killing stuff.
All right, Koei Tecmo, are you listening? Because this is a brilliant idea, and you should
hire me, Koei Tecmo. Anyway, that's what I want.
Because we will let you take this idea.
That's what I want. Al, I won't let them take it. I'll let them bring me onto their staff. I can oversee how that goes down if that's what they want.
We supervised. We get a cut too.
Alrighty, well, that's the final system that we're going to change this evening. That's the end of the show. But before we get out of here, guys, we're going to tell you where you can find everything that is all about Infendo and us, coincidentally. So I'm going to start, because you can find everything that I'm doing on Infendo.com. That's basically the big hub of everywhere Infendo at this point. So you can find our merch shop there, which we're looking to switch out here eventually because they kind of suck. You can also find our Discord channel there. Please join that and go hang out with some cool people. We're talking about multiplayer games. We're making jokes in there. It's a fun time. You can also find our Twitter from there, and my Twitter handle is @InfendoEugene. Don't forget to follow @Infendo on Twitter as well. Steve, where can we find you and all of your craftiness this week?
Bimble Poof.
No, it's not Bimble Poof. That was the world that was offline.
God damn it, I messed it up.
It's Bamful Stamp.
Edit this shit out, Eugene.
Come on, this
it's
common knowledge.
You can find me at Bamflestamp, which you can get to either through our Discord or through Lucas's Twitter. You can find me at Gentis1 on my own Twitter. But seriously, I'll be playing Minecraft a lot. Like, I've put 60 hours into the new version, and 40 of that is in the last week. So.
Sure.
Find me on Minecraft and Gentis1 on Twitter.
Nice. Justin, where can the people find you, Bample Plamping?
You can find me on Ishkabibble. No. You can follow me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. You can watch my Infendo plays of Donkey Kong on the Infendo YouTube channel.
Really should.
You can also see the first, I think, 2, maybe 3 parts of my Breath of the Wild Master Mode that I never actually posted the last part of that. That'll go up someday. If you are into Disney World, Disney parks, follow me on Twitter at Utilidork, UTILIDORK, and head to utilidork.com. I just posted a new blog for the first time in 7-ish months. So go check that out. I've got a couple more in the wings waiting to go up, so I'm hoping to do some more with that site before the end of the year. So check that out.
Heather read your blog post, and she's mad that you didn't want the third Disney park to go in New Mexico.
That's no closer to people in the Northeast.
It's closer to me and Steve. That's all that matters.
You're like a less than a day's drive from Disneyland to begin with. I don't want to hear it.
Eugene, I'll tell you a secret. Disney becomes a lot less magical when it's like a 2-hour drive away.
I believe it,
actually. Not true at all. I was a 15-minute and I still win every day.
Yeah, it's not that great when you can just go whenever you want. It stops being like, wow, Disney World.
I'm gonna come see you in October, and we're gonna have a good time.
I'm talking to me.
That
sounded threatening. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun.
We're gonna have a good time, boy.
Lucas, where can we find you having a good time this week?
Tied up in his basement
at the Bombay police station, with some guards apparently. Yeah, I don't really tweet much these days, in part because I do it for money. But when I am on my own Twitter, you can find me at ChromaticHue. I guess just stick with my Patreon, which is just patreon.com/HueAdventure or HueAdventure.com if you're so inclined, or Infendo.com. Actually, I love seeing that we have views on Infendo.com. some of our articles hit like 5,000 views the other day, and that's like, wow, that invigorates me. That gives me energy. So
yeah, Utilidor doesn't get nearly as many views.
Well, and not all of our articles do. Some of our articles get like 80 views. But the ones that do get a lot of views, like, that makes me feel good, and that inspires me to want to make more content. So even if it's a flood of Russian bots, like, come on over, brothers. Like, I appreciate it.
No, they like to be called comrades, actually.
Yeah, comrades. I forgot.
And if you wake up ready to...
Before we get another copyright strike from Justin's excellent rendition of whatever the hell he's singing, we are going to get out of here.
I think I'll make us
Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Feeling, a very good feeling. A feeling to know that I'll be back when the week is new.
Is this like Steve's
basement
song that he plays when he comes to visit you?
And you'll have things
we're gonna have a good time.
Justin, I think that the last show's ending ended with you singing also, so this will be very fitting.
Well, because after the colossal fail of me trying to do the rap from Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny, I have given up on rapping for a while.
No, what it was in last week's show was he was singing something right as we were going into Nintentunes. So you hear his singing end.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Da, na, na, na.
I don't remember that, but then again, these shows are always a blur for me anyway. I really should listen to them again just to remember what happened.
I hope you watched the video I sent when my computer died, but if you didn't, it sounded like this. So,
yeah.
Yeah, we were listening to something.
Hey, so if you guys could start exporting and saving and all that fun stuff, if you haven't already, that would be great. I'm going to end the live stream, so say goodbye to all of our live listeners. Click the buttons, subscribe, please.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
We love
that
you.
includes us.
Bye,
Except
everyone.
for one of us. One of us hates you. One of us hates you.
I don't know which one it is, though. You'll never know.